Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is the first episode of our New Journey podcast.
hmm
My name is Jimmy. The highlight of my week was getting 55K diamonds from Harac Pulse.
Oh, wow. My name is Milan, and the highlight of my week, I guess, is also Harak coming out.
Hi, I'm Defunk, and the highlight of my week is beating Jimmy in arena and also beating Milan in friendly duels.
Okay, let's start us off then. So,
Okay,
do you want to let's
we
do
can go.
a brief overview of everything before we start, right?
hmm
Yeah, Jimmy,
hmm
you want to tell the listener what this podcast is going to be about?
I got it. So, in the podcast, we're gonna discuss events that happen in the game modes, characters that came out, analysis of what the meta is like, and just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, sounds like it's going to be a fun one, guys.
No, right?
Well, what do you want to start off with? Would you like to go with some news and updates, buddy?
Yep. All right. So I'll start off with the news, and then maybe Milan can continue after me.
Yeah.
So I guess the highlight of this week is the new patch that came out. In the new patch, we had the skip button in Dream
Oh,
Realm. That's the biggest thing this week. Finally, I can do 20 matches in 1 minute.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
that quick, eh? No, it's definitely really
Mm-hmm.
nice.
And
Yeah,
then we had friend duel. I spam the second account at least 5 times a day on friend duels.
5 times, dude. Come on.
You didn't check Rad's history?
No, no,
There's like
I haven't. Have you been
I'm
beating
not
my
losing.
ass?
Yup. There's
Oh
like 50
no.
matches of just me. Right. And then
Wow.
I gotta hit it with a little bit of remix then. Shit.
Yeah, share some love with me too.
oh
Yeah,
no,
Milan
you're
likes
a
being
different level.
Milan likes being hit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. No, but
All
friendly
right.
duels
Well,
Right.
has been so useful
I
in
mean,
testing.
the hottest topic of the week in the news and updates has to be Shark Boy, Sharknado, Harak, Harak Tua.
For
How
sure.
are you guys
Definitely.
feeling? I know Milan
He's a
has went
little
into
too.
in-depth testing with Harak, so
Yeah, no, he's a big player for sure. Like completely game changer if you have him. He's like really strong in every single game mode, including like Arena, Supreme Arena, Dream Realm. He's just a monster in everything. He's also
right.
like
hmm
oh, he's also like
And for me, oh, go ahead.
no, sorry,
I
you
don't
go.
mean to interrupt you, buddy. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's really fun to use.
Right. And for
You
me,
got it.
as the resident AFK stage pusher, Harak has been a lifesaver. Back then, before Harak, there were some stages with the Dark Tide, the Tide folks, the tanks, and the mermaids, and you would have to manual OD. But not only manual OD, you would have to read like a paragraph of text to know who to manual at what time in that lineup. Now with Harak, you just set and forget, and he just claps.
Manually in this day and age, crazy. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, when you're sweating, you got to sweat hard, and I sweat very hard in the AFK stages. It's what's kept me relevant, to be honest.
hmm
I mean, how do you guys feel about AFK stages? I know, like, for me, I'm sweaty. I kind of enjoy it. There's a lot of frustrating times, but when you do get past that one where you're stuck on for like 2 hours, it is one of the best feelings in the world for me. And the AFK stage pushing community has so many cookers. Shout out to Zero, to Turtle, to Nade. Um, they really, really cook. And there's plenty more. If I forgot any, please list it in the comments. But yeah, how do you guys feel about AFK stages?
Honestly, I really like.
Honest,
Oh, Jimmy, you
oh, you
start.
can go. Okay. So personally, I hate it. I just can't. You know, early when you have to push at least 100 stages early game to keep up, so annoying and time wasting. Where's the cap? We were promised a cap. I don't see no cap.
Yeah, maybe it's still there. Maybe you're just too far behind, buddy. Well, Milan, how
What's
do
the
you feel?
that?
Yeah, no, honestly, I like really enjoyed it last season, and at times it can be really satisfying. My only gripe with it is that there's like double stages every single time, and it sometimes gets really tedious.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about AFK stages towards the beginning of the season and then compared to now? I know the big difference is the double stages, but besides that, like, how do you feel like having to keep up with everyone and stuff in like the beginning, towards the middle, towards where we are now? How do you guys feel?
No, I really liked it at the start. I was a bit late, like I missed like the first day of the game or the season, so I was like late to
Mm.
the party. But I mean, I
Mhm,
really enjoyed pushing with the new talent skills specifically, and be able to
mhm.
just test it freely.
I mean, I'm talking from like a more casual perspective. I feel like a lot of people really don't like having to grind at least 100 stages per day in the early game to keep up with everyone else, you know? It's kind of tedious and time
Hmm.
consuming.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
no, I
part
can
is
see
really
that.
tough.
Yeah. Like having to do the story and then after doing the like stories, you got to do, you know, the AFK stages to stay relevant, to stay, especially in the beginning, right? Like you've got to get those talent points to really get past people.
Hmm. In Arena too,
Yeah,
Supreme Arena, it's hard to keep up without those talent stages.
yeah. I'm
No.
still sweating those AFK stages a bit, maybe not as much as I did in the past. Like Turtle and all of them are way further ahead than me, but at
Hmm.
what point did you go from sweating AFK stages to not? What was the what was the flipping point for you where you
When
decided
I
to go
hit,
cruise control?
I guess when I hit like 810, 800, because you know that's when like the soft cap is for levels. That was when like I stopped. Like I'm only at 1876 right now. You know, just been autoing one day at a time.
Stage 1876. What's your resonance level at?
It's at, let me see, hold up. 1031.
1031. Nice. Well,
Yeah.
what about you? What stage and resonance are you at?
I believe I'm at stage like 2000, just past it. And then in terms
Oh,
of
okay.
resonance level, I think I'm at like 1,000. Let me double check with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, right.
sorry, this is cat.
Yeah.
So AFK stage 2026 and 1070. So I'm not too far into it, but
Better than
Well,
me.
now I'm gonna look super sweaty. I'm at
Because you are.
a little bit when it comes to this. My AFK stage, I'm at 3240 and
32?
3240, buddy.
Damn, that's
And
double mine.
and, and my resonance level is 1200, all five.
Damn, what a sweat.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been called a mid spender by some content creators, but I feel like I'm like a pretty decent spender. Um, but the thing is, like, there's people that definitely for sure outspend me with like P2s and P3s, and this is the only way I can really keep up with them.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
let's talk about the scaling of the season in terms of like free to play, low spenders, keeping up with like mid spenders and whales.
Hmm. Honestly, I think like the fact that they had only two hypos this season was really good. Like the fact that one was like mostly PvP centric, so like free to plays would have skipped that. And then there's Harak, which is like overall good. In that concept, having like two hypos, one mainly focused on PvP and one that's overall good is like a good way to balance it out. So free to plays and mid spenders can have one that they can skip and one that they can go all in for during the season.
No, I
yeah, I
agree.
mean, I can see that. That's why let's go with the hero spotlight of the week, Dark Boy Harak. Now, everyone
You
knows
can't
he's super
mention
hot.
You forgot the last name. How'd you
His
forget
last
the last
oh,
name?
sorry,
The most
no
important one.
disrespect. Harak Tuah, the man, the myth, the boy shark legend. People are calling Harak this season's Lily May. What do you like? How do you guys feel about that?
So when I first heard that, I didn't believe it at all. Like, no way a unit could be even close to Willie May. But like, the more I use it, the more I sort of see it because he's just insane. Like, he does stuff that just I wouldn't be able to pull off without him. It's insane the amount of like damage he puts out, the amount of like tanking he's able to do. He does everything the same way Lily May does. And
Yeah,
Or
he's just everywhere all the time,
mm-hmm.
every
for sure,
mode.
but I think that Lily May is a little bit more plug and play than Harak. Like Harak, you have to time it right, position it right, but Lily May is a little bit more plug and play, you know?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that definitely for sure. And one big thing for me is like Lily May is an S plus character, and Harak is you gotta use the scam gazers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, is he this season's Lily May? Like power wise, I would say so. But like having to pull, that's gonna be tough. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all three of us got actually pretty lucky with our pulls, which is thank our Jesus, shout out. Um, but like, yeah, you're right. He's also not as plug and play as Lily May. Like, you literally you have to finesse it a bit, right? You can't just
Mm-hmm.
throw on literally any tile. Like, you gotta think a little bit, not too much. And if you're a more casual player, he is more or less plug and play for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he has like a major, I don't want to say downside because it could actually work as a benefit, but the fact that it could just devour your team makes it actually
Mm-hmm.
like you got to think about how you're going to use him, especially in Dream Realm, because
Mm-hmm.
positioning matters
Mm-hmm.
a lot, and the order in which he eats your team is like really important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now
and
talking,
the other thing
I
is
mean,
when it comes to the Dream Realm, depending on the level of your account investment, it makes a pretty big difference, like on position on some formations. Like there's certain formations that just work better at lower investments, and the tough part is there's not enough people testing those things. So people with lower investments, like either lower investment Harak or lower investment other heroes that they're using for the DR, don't quite know what the magic formation for them is, and
Mm-hmm.
possibly we might need like someone to with like a lower account to run these tests, like have us work with them and see what position works nicely. And I mean, the
mm-hmm.
more the merrier, because you only get so many tries on various things a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
But
I think,
sure.
where do you guys think Harak ranks in terms of like the hypogenes and cell hypos? Where do you think he goes in the list, you know?
Like priority,
yeah,
Yeah.
like if
I wouldn't
someone,
say he's priority one. He's definitely priority two because I feel like for priority one, you still might want Rainer and or Pesto. I don't think Harak
Mm-hmm.
as a soul as your if an account only had Harak as their Selly
Mm-hmm.
hypo, I don't think that account would be that strong.
Yeah, I think Rainier is still like the go-to for the first one.
mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
I mean,
Especially because he M plus is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Anything past that is just sweat. You're in Sweatville.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that's exactly like why I think everyone should still go Rainier. Like you only need him at M plus, and even as S plus, like barely increases, so there's no point in going further. And he's still
Like
so good in everything.
yeah, and for me,
Mm-hmm.
like anytime you invest in any unit, you want good return on the investment, right? And Rainer M plus immediate returns. You'll jump up on the DR like at least one bracket,
That's true.
right? Every time I invest in like any heroes, it's like, will I jump up a bracket or will it help me maintain my current bracket?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you guys think of Presto over Rainier?
I still think Rainier is the first one
I
because
think it depends on of what point in the season you're in.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I feel like Rainer, if you're a lower investor, then you can use Rainer all season long. Whereas Pesto, you can also use him all season long as a low investor, but he comes more online towards endless, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, like the low at the lower investment, he's not doing the damage you want him to do when he's gonna be the carry, right? Because
yeah.
you know
Mm-hmm.
there's those formations where whether it's the Primal Lord or the Dream Realm bosses where he's the one that's getting the resonating, and if you're a low copy Pesto, you're not. What's that gonna do for you, right?
hmm
That's true.
Yeah, I mean the fact
So-
that he's pretty much useless before endless because his damage scaling is like minimal, like he does no damage. It makes it like a really big deterrent for like letting new players pull for him over Rainier. Because Rainier is still used now even in endless. And before endless he's used I wanna say he's still better in PvP than Friesto at lower levels. Because like you could
Mm-hmm.
still use Thorin and a lot of people like when they just start they don't know how to position or play around Rainier. So
Mm-hmm.
you could
Mm-hmm.
really get a lot of value out of him.
Oh, 100% agree. Like, um, heck, I still even use Rainer now. Like, if they're in a Rainerable spot, I will Rainer my carries just so to get that
hmm
extra juice, right?
No, I'm using
Mm-hmm.
him as well just to like buff Harak or Dianel or another like really strong in it. Even now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about like Rainier and PvP, what do you guys think of Maulers, you know? Like the Mauler's house seems really good in PvP right now. Supreme Arena.
Yeah.
Well,
It's for sure like I think the best tile for Supreme Arena just because of like the cheat death ability and it allows you to be unaffected. Like it's so strong for like allowing let's say like weaker units like even like Cess or Sorin or Dianel, let's say, who's prone to die really quickly, just giving him that
Mm-hmm.
survivability goes a really long way.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
Sorin, and you have all the other Maulers like Sotrana. They're popping off in PvP now. If you can get them in the right formation.
Mm-hmm.
right, like I mean, I always believed in Brother Star. Brother Star has been a Mauler fanatic since the beginning, right? And I've always believed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, okay, not always. I didn't believe him in like the first week or two, but he started showing all these crazy, crazy replays. Like, if you guys ever have a chance to talk to Star Lord or see him anywhere, tell him to
Yeah, he
send
might be
you
joining
like
in
a
right now.
replay,
He might be
right?
joining in.
Oh, well, we'll just talk about it a little more when he comes in. He'll really, juice it up,
Mm-hmm.
promote the
Yeah.
Church of Maulers. But yeah, if you guys catch
Mm-hmm.
him in any of like, if any of our viewers catch him in any Discord, and you're a Mauler fanatic, let him show you the way. Like, you're a Mauler fanatic, he will help you make your Maulers so juicy, so good. Like, I've seen his Sorin take out like a P2 or P3 Dio. It's insane.
Yeah.
And he's like only P1 at most.
Mm-hmm.
Just
He even
today
took
he
out Milan's friendly duel.
yeah, I was just about to say he beat my Harak team just today with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
P2 Harak, you know?
yeah, if you're a Mauler believer and you need some extra juice, Starlord always got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, okay, so oh wow. Well, Milan, that's a lot of star juice right
Losses.
there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, along with this update, there was a couple new events. There was updates to existing modes. New Duras dropped. Uh, what do you guys like so far about what's your favorite mode and what do you like? And what's your least favorite
Mm.
and what do you not like?
In this update?
I guess
Yeah.
Hmm.
um I
This is
guess friendly duel is like a really good thing. Like, you know, you get to do PvP with someone but without the consequences of losing. Really helpful in testing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like One thing I wished for the friendly duel is you can have an option of tiles or no tiles. So I would prefer for friendly duels you can set up two defenses. One that's using
Mhm.
tiles and one for like call one like classic PvP and call one like current PvP or something like that. Like I mean, I'm not
Mhm.
totally good at naming things or modes, but I think having two different modes would have been super awesome.
Yeah, I wish they
Mhm.
brought in rules you're able to add, like non-seasonal, like and even just like the maps itself, having Supreme Arena maps would be awesome. Or
Yeah,
even
Mhm.
like
or even a way to just like set everyone's base power to like Supreme Plus, so we can do like testing just on equal investment would be really good.
right, like in my opinion, friendly duel is a good start. What they should do is one, you should be able to set up two defense. And then a third thing, which would be similar to what Milan is saying, would be a real-time arena type thing. And it
Mhm.
could be a friendly one where it's like you and your friend are online at the same time. You can literally set it up however you want. You guys choose the arena, you guys choose the rule set, and then you guys both place heroes down real time, kind of like honor duel style, right? You
Mhm.
one side does 3, the other side does 3, then you do 2-2 type thing.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be a good real time. Maybe instead of a 3-2 format, maybe like a 1-2-2-2-1 format.
Mhm. For sure. And talking about PvP, look who showed up.
Brother Star, how you doing today, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Sorry
Welcome,
I'm late to the
welcome.
party.
No, you came at just the right time, as you always do. So we're talking PvP. We talked about Harak earlier, and then we mentioned Maulers and how their tile is just so juicy. And then,
Oh
of
yeah,
course, we shouted you out. Here you are.
What are
Preach,
your
brother.
thoughts?
you know, maulers are the way, pretty much. Like, I think right now, the last attack I did was legit three mauler teams.
You did
Is
a
it time for
triple
the
Mauler Supreme Arena attack?
Yeah, and they all won.
All three. 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. What did the other teams have?
Um, one was a Harak burial comp, like a Hypogean comp. Another one was like Dunlinger, Dino. I think the other one was Carlita. Like it was, typical like well, I guess as typical as Celestial Hypogean comps get. And then the team two was a Mauler comp that was Alsa, Tassie, I think Florabelle, and I don't remember the other two. Would have been like Antandra and someone else. Maybe Mikola.
Mhm.
And you just ate them up.
But yeah, no, it was surprisingly easy. But then again, I don't know. I feel like the way I make teams is unorthodox,
Mhm.
at
Is
least
it time
compared
for the
to other
plus
I
people.
just want to
25
give you a
story?
heads up, brother. I shouted you out and said if anyone sees you in any Discord and they're a Mauler fanatic and they need some extra juice, you're the man.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I mean, show me
Is it
anyone else that beat P3 Harak with P1 Soren plus 10
That was
right now.
insane.
You know what?
plus
Milan, how's that
10?
make
When
you
when
feel?
are we getting plus 25? Wait, hold up, hold up. When are we gonna get plus 25 Soren?
Whenever I get enough temporal lessons, I'm like at 150 right now. I'm waiting to get to 200 and then just like full send it.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
you are the one person that I know that believed in Soren. I did not become a Soren believer until maybe 2 weeks ago to maybe a month. You've
Imagine I
converted
already
me.
had my Soren up. I already had my Soren up. I was a believer from day one, just like Lamont.
Hey, shout out to Church of
Clearly.
Lumont.
Hey,
But
no. Would be
But
so much
Brother
better
Star,
now too with the charms.
the hot
Yep.
question: would you say Maulers after this season, if let's say they take away tiles or change it up, are still going to be hot? How do they do without seasonal juice?
I think they'll still be good. I think it's still, generally speaking, the ones that are doing the most work for Mauler comps are already heroes that are usually meta. The only thing is, like, we get new people into PvP. Like, for example, Smokey, who who would have thought that Smokey Mauler tile would be such a strong like combination? Just take away all of Smokey's problems. Either like pair that with resonating, and you just have a time bomb. And if
Right,
they don't get rid of Smokey, which also something I've noticed with Smokey comps, if like Smokey is pumping those heals, a lot of people have at least +10 to +20 Smokey because it's a good investment for DR to get that extra damage with the blue smoke, right?
right,
And
Mhm.
it's just difficult to even get in low enough to execute. So like I feel like someone like Smokey, yeah, sure, he is definitely leaning hard on Mauler tile, but Shakir isn't. Coco, Mikola, they'll still be there. Brutus will still be there. Lamont was also meta last season, though. A lot of people didn't go for him. At least I've noticed that by now, season two, a lot more people maybe they already reached like their core heroes are good, so they're like you get to choose which PvP oriented heroes or more off meta heroes you get to go after.
Mhm.
right. Now, one thing I would like, since you're what I would like to call a Mauler historian, how do you feel Mauler has evolved since the start of the game? Like, how did you feel about them preseason and season one? Obviously, season two, obviously super hot. Probably don't need to say much more about it, but how did you feel about them in preseason in season one?
Um,
Were you a Mauler
Preseason.
believer off the rip, like right when you started the game?
Well, my first S plus funny you asked that was Smokey. So and the first rate up actually no, that'd be a lie. No, the first rate up I maxed on their banner was Alsa. I I did Florabelle up until like M plus or S, and then like I got the last copies from Epic Banner. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, I maxed out Alsa on release and Soren too. I believed on that combo since day one, even though at the beginning Alsa was bugged and she didn't really work that well in comparison. Like you really had to try to make her work.
Mm,
I know a couple of people would use like Rowan to make her ult faster or to even speed up Arden ult, and they definitely weren't as dominant on the preseason. I've heard I didn't play them, but I've heard that in PTR, Seth and Shakir were actually dominating.
oh yeah,
That
that
Yeah, I've
Mauler
heard
they
attack
too.
Mauler attack preseason was the only way you can stop the Wilders.
Mhm. Don't forget RNG.
Yeah.
RNG is king.
Maulers and RNG. Those were the anti-Wilders.
Mhm.
All right. Well, how do you feel about Maulers in season 1? That was their story season. Song of Strife.
Did you read the lore?
give me 1 second.
I personally did not. I'm not a lore guy, but now that I have two accounts, I might just, go fast on D, but on Rad, I
Mhm.
might take some time, get some lore in. Lore is pretty important because you don't want to say the wrong things. Because
Yeah, read.
all those other lore believers will correct you so fast and call you
For
dumb.
sure. Read up on Lenya. What makes her, how she grew up and stuff.
How did Lenya grow up, Jimmy?
Wasn't she like a student of Leica? I'm pretty
I
sure she was a student of Leica.
this is pre-lore D, so I don't know. I'm actually interested.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
Brother
You
Star,
asked
give
about
us the
season
story
one
of
Mauler.
Lenya. No, like, did you read
Linga
her?
was the
Did you
dream.
did you slow down and read her lore, or you just juice past?
I mean, I won't say I know all of her lore, but I paid attention to the Lily May side quest,
Oh, okay.
and after that, let's just say it was other reasons why I was interested in trying out the character, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I get you. I get you.
R- Right. And if anyone asks, those reasons are martial arts only, nothing else.
Oh yeah,
All
no,
right.
for sure.
Well, how did you feel about Maulers in Song of Strife? It was their story season. Didn't we? We're not lore guys, so if anyone wants to educate us in lore, feel free in the comments or reach out to us. But um, mechanically and game wise, how'd you feel about Maulers in season one?
I feel like Maulers were also pretty strong in season one. Like in season one, I feel like most of us could agree there was no what maybe Dionel, but there was no better burst comp than Eironn, almost Alsa. It would
Yeah.
just like
Sure.
delete most things. Before Lily May, there was legit no counter to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just one fight. Like you have to have an Eironn team in season one,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right?
100%.
And,
Simpler
but I feel
times.
like also most people, the one team is whether if you had like little teams or even just a reliable team, even if it was team three to go for, was always Maulers. I feel like in Song of Strife too, it wasn't like now where we're like forced to go, three units, but you could last season you could say Shakir, Coco, especially on install like cast tiles. It was always you could always see it with Pesto too for the energy. um, I used a lot of Soren even back then because one of my comps was actually insta cast tile Soren with Haywin, Coco, Shakir, and Scarlita, and it was pretty good, dude. That was when I
That
first started
Instacast
believing.
Thorin was a menace, dude. That's when I started slightly becoming a Mauler believer. When you showed me that. And then this season, after all that you showed me, I'm all in, brother.
I feel like
Who's
they
who's your
just
favorite
are
Mauler?
very strong. Soren. It
Soren,
has to
easy,
be.
hands down. Well,
Yeah, it
everyone
has
knows
to
mine's
be.
gonna be Lumont.
Like
Jimmy,
Lumon
Milan,
is
what's your
very
guys' favorite?
Favorite Mauler?
Maulers?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Shakir.
The
Like
Kier?
he's
Nice.
really fun to use and he just wreaks havoc.
I don't know. Mine has to be Makola, you know?
Because those
He's
tricks
just
don't
different.
lie.
Mm-hmm.
No, for me it has to be Lumont. Well, ever since last season, he was pivotal in AFK stages.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also fun to use in arena. Like random like when you're going against someone that's not quite the same investment you throw in that P1 S
Lamont
plus
Bomb?
S yeah,
Lamont?
that Lumont bomb, brother. They're like,
Hey,
oh,
no,
why is
And
my
that
Lumon.
team
Dio?
stunned the whole fucking the whole match?
Yup,
Lumont.
the Lumont Bomb on Dios. He just smacks them.
Mm-hmm. It's so fun, and then they're just like, what happened?
Mm-hmm. I feel like Reese doesn't get enough love, though. Reese is so good in PvP.
Oh no, he's really good. I agree.
What?
Ostrich boy?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken
I
boy?
have
I don't
a
know what's that thing that he rides? It's not an ostrich.
No, it's a new animal species.
Okay.
What do you guys think
Yeah.
about the potential of Euron coming back next season? Because I feel like this season has a lot of anti-Euron stuff with the like a lot of the unaffected tiles with both Wilder and Mauler,
Mm-hmm.
making it hard for him to even get his like ult to pull people in. Do you think he'll
Mm-hmm.
come back next season?
For sure. I feel like
Um,
grouping is such a big thing. Like being able to group up characters, right, is such a big thing that if you can get it to work, it'll pop off for sure.
I think it would probably have to depend on his charms next season or something like that. Um, otherwise, like maybe his charms like goes through unaffected, which would be totally broken and too broken probably. But maybe if he had like better energy generation, so you don't have to rely on his insta ult and he casts that second ult faster, it might be worth it, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
or what would you guys think would make Eironn better again? Because he's still like decent, he's good, he's in the AFK stages, and you know you're gonna use him in the trial towers. You're gonna use him in
Yeah, I feel
battle
like
drills. But what would make
Aaron is
him?
still irreplaceable in
Yeah,
PvE. I feel like.
yeah. What would make him better in PvP for you guys?
I
What would need
I
to be
think
think
done
they
for him?
already I think they already introduced the mechanic with Lily May where she targets someone now, isn't it? Like she targets, I'm pretty sure the back most that are ults first, I think, isn't that how it works?
mm-hmm.
So,
Now it's
more
Frontmost, I believe.
upfront most? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there's just an ability where he can get his ult off, because I think the ult's the most important part, not necessarily his damage.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. No, I think
and
one
he gets ripped
thing.
through now. He can't even tank much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it
It's
depends
funny
on the
that we're
game
talking
state
about.
more than the actual unit.
Sorry.
Like if there's like I was mentioning earlier, half the factions pretty much, or two of the five, have immunity to like Euron's pull right at the start of the battle. I think if they remove some of that, along with like Valor Shield, I think he could definitely come back.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm using like the insta ult maps, I'm not gonna lie, there was like 1 or 2 weeks where I was using Eironn as my Lily May bait, so that the two insta ult tiles still popped.
Mm-hmm. For
I
sure.
mean,
An interesting interaction I noticed today is that before, something I used to do was use Aaron to, like, on insta ult tile to bait Lily May, and then immediately after he could cast his ult, right?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not longer a possible interaction
No, there's
because
just
it
so many
seems
better heroes to slot in if you have that investment.
like, no, it's like literally impossible. Even like before, I feel like what the insta cast ult tile did was it didn't give you like an insta ult the way Aaron or Niru or Bryon have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
You still got to
instead it
fill
would
the
just,
energy bar. Like it takes
yeah,
like
it
a
just
little
insta
second or
filled
two.
energy. So you Aaron could cast his first ult, and then he would have max energy, and then he would cast another ult. But now
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of gives you an instance of you can instantaneously ult at the start of battle. So I guess it doesn't stack. If you give Aaron two of those, he still only casts one because there's only one start of battle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I explained myself correctly, but this is specifically when he's on the insta cast tile. Like on the front, you put him there on top of it. He would cast the first one, and then nothing to follow up if it gets canceled, or even if it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I
Well,
agree. He could still be used as Lily May bait, and I still use him like that for like, let's say I have Euron there to sit tank the ult, so then another unit like Rowan or whatnot, who usually ults pretty quickly, can get his ult off without getting negated. But outside of that, I'm like rarely using him unless someone does like a mistake and let's say he's using the Light Bearer talent skill and doesn't have any, like he's super vulnerable to him.
Yeah, yeah. The team's still good if you catch someone that's not using a team that is very unaffected, I guess. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not Mauler tiles or they don't have Valor Shield or it's not like a Dianel comp with Enlightening, then you could probably still use Aaron and get away with it. It's still
Mm-hmm.
strong.
For sure.
Speaking of, how do
But
you guys feel about the game situation, Like the current state of the game? How are you guys feeling playing the game right now? Do you guys feel burnt out? Or you're still interested?
I like the game enough to have two accounts now, and I haven't burnt out yet. Knock on wood. So let's see. We'll see how it goes, but I'm having enough fun where I can do two accounts.
Mm-hmm. No, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I mean, I still love the base gameplay. I just hope they
Mm-hmm.
add more. Like, I really like Crystal Clash, the strategy element of that. And I just hope they continue adding some new modes and stuff.
Yeah, I think they should add a lot more new modes. I feel like if you're not spending, it's becoming a lot dry since you can't get all the new characters that release. So your
Hmm.
options are really limited, so you get burnt out and bored a lot faster than someone that's spending money.
Yeah. I don't. So as you guys know, I got to go meet the devs in that little meetup event. They were talking about how um they want to make it so in the future they'll have like a lot more modes, but you can choose which mode you want to play. Like let's say there's 10 modes to choose from. You can pick 5 of them you want to do, and that's going to be your
Hmm.
dailies. And you will all still end up with the same rewards. That way everyone can still play the game the way they want to.
Hmm. I heard
Hmm.
there
So
was
I'm
like a
excited.
mercenary mode. Wait,
So
wasn't
I'm
there like
excited
a
for that.
mercenary mode? Wasn't there like a mercenary mode where you can like post like challenges or something for other players to complete and like you can gift them like dragon crystals or something?
Well,
Wasn't that something?
that was in a dev Q&A like post, but I was talking about
Hmm.
the player meetup. I'm excited because some people like PvP more, some people like PvE more, some people like those mini games. To be honest, so whatever floats your boat, I think would be cool.
What do you
Hey, I'm
guys?
waiting for School Shooter Rowan's mode to come out. The School Shooter Rowan?
Oh no,
Can I get hot take? Clash fronts should come back just because I feel the rewards are just too good.
for Clash Front?
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
Well,
like
I think
right
they're gonna go
now
back to the drawing board for Clash Front.
I feel like right now where people are hungry for the new Celestial slash Hypogean that just dropped, like people want Harak, and a lot of people I know will feel pressured of like, okay, I feel like I'm not getting enough resources. They would welcome a mode like Clash Front with some changes, a lot
Hmm.
Right.
better, a lot
Yeah, for
more right
sure.
now.
For sure. 5,000 per week is big because that in
And
tune with like weekly quests and the
it,
guild chest, you can get like a site hell site sell hypo like once every 2 weeks.
the guild chests, the weekly seasonal tickets, especially now that there's everyone you could want is on the store right now.
Hmm.
So people that want to get their Lily May up, maybe you want to get your Paragon 1, maybe Paragon 2. Maybe you just want to save up because you know you want her to be your next Paragon whenever you unlock the next tier.
Right.
Hmm.
Um like there's a lot of draw in that. I feel like the store is really good. It has a lot of potential. I know it had mixed reception when it was announced because we only had like it they slowly had to add up heroes. But now looking at the full roster, it's really good.
Hmm.
We're talking about the seasonal store, right?
Yeah, the seasonal emporium.
Hmm. For sure.
I agree. Yeah.
Like it
Man,
has a
Hmm.
lot of value.
I tried to make a play with the EX25 stone thinking I can get a refund, but it only refunds up
Hmm.
to EX24. But
Yeah, that stone is a scam. That stone's a scam. They
yeah.
should put yellows in there instead of the stone,
Oh
honestly.
my
Well,
god.
silver lining. My Harak Tuah is EX25 now.
So how's that
Yeah.
been? Has it been helping you?
It
Is
hasn't
it?
not been helping me. It
Mm.
helps me feel better.
No, I
For
agree. I
sure,
mean,
that extra star and the character icon must look nice.
Of course, I mean, Jimmy, you can't don't ever forget, Jimmy, bigger number, better person, more stars, cooler person.
Imagine not having a plus 85 Lumon in this season.
Oh my god.
plus 85.
How many stars are
Mhm.
those?
Um,
Too many.
too many to count.
Wow.
All. The answer is all the stars.
If it's more than my fingies, I can't do it, man.
It's okay. We just got to get you more
Yeah.
fingers, dude.
Whoa.
It's okay.
um,
Dual sub in.
yeah. You can use my hands too, brother.
Mm.
Can't use my toes though. That costs money.
what What do you guys think about the new upcoming double Dream Realm mode event?
Oh, I'm pretty excited for that. I don't Are they still gonna have Ravaged Realm this season, or is that
Yeah,
a
it's
replacement
Yes.
for Ravaged Realm?
next update is coming.
Oh,
Ravaged Realm or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
double?
Ravage Realm.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, I don't want it to be a Ravaged Realm replacement, but
mm,
if it
I'm just
is on top of it, then that's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, would Merrily make a comeback with the double bosses? Because you need two carries, so would Lily Merrily make a comeback? One team would have Lily May, another team would have Merrily.
Is it double
I feel
endless
like for
boss,
some people,
or is it just like a pre-endless boss?
Mm,
I think
I
it's
think it
double
would depend on
endless.
your level of investment. I think at most of our investment, Marilee's gonna turn into like I'm gonna reset the EX on Marilee so fast.
oh, 100%.
No, I think the bosses are double endless, isn't it? Like the
Mm-hmm.
video showed double endless, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, double endless is fine, but you have Talene, you have Harak, you have Pesto, you have Lily May.
Mm.
Like,
True, but true damage is still king and endless.
yeah,
Like
but
that.
In those
if we
bosses,
can, I mean,
do we
if
get
we get
faction tiles?
yeah, if we get
No,
tiles, it's gonna be Corrin.
that's true. It's true, true.
I
Oh
think.
my god.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think against like Necro Dragon maybe we could see a Merrily come, but like
Mhm.
outside of Necro Dragon, then I don't know. Even then, it's tough.
Mhm.
I do think they're heading towards more teams. Like we see this in Arena where some game modes require two, three, sometimes even up to like 5 or 10 different teams. And now that they're running like
Mhm.
double Dream Realm, I think they're gonna continue
Mhm.
this trend of just like multiple teams. Maybe we'll see like Supreme Arena with 5 different teams next season.
Mhm. I just hope the rewards, go up as well.
Mm-hmm.
With all the different game modes. Like I need more yellows, bro. Like I just need more yellows.
Yeah.
You and every single person that plays this game,
Please, I'll take another Clash Rounds for those 25 temporals, man.
right? Like it helps a lot. It goes a long way. Because like if you're free to play low spender, even mid spender, like that's the game's bottleneck, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the resource that everyone needs the most of.
I mean, you can tell
Mhm.
when the rewards are 25 temporal but 100 twilight.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's intense for them. It's not like they're treating twilight as if it has more value. They give it out more willingly.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
wish it had more of
Mhm.
an effect. It's so minimal.
Like I wish you could
Man.
even I wish you could even buy at least even with diamonds the way you can buy the blue ones. Just
Mm-hmm.
let us
Mhm.
buy temporals. Like
I wish they let you buy stargazers like with diamonds. That'd be so much more useful since all the cell hypos are used everywhere.
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
It'll definitely be
they
a lot
could
more
do.
accessible that way.
Damn, we don't even get that many diamonds after the story is gone, so it's not like it would. I mean, last code we got was like what 100 diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The,
Don't spend it all in one place, buddy.
yeah, no, the
And I think
supply
the one
is
before that was
definitely
50.
diminishing. Like after at the first months of the season, we get so many diamonds, pulls, everything. And
Mhm.
then we also got a bunch from like the end of the last season. So for that like first month, we're like raining in like resources and
Um,
gacha pulls. But then after
the
that, it really
adrenaline
dries
rush.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking of flash runs? Having to make 5 teams and all that. I
I
think
personally
that
enjoy it. I wish I could like watch the duels and stuff. I mean, that's what I like
mhm.
about Crystal Clash, being able to use more than just standard teams.
I
Hmm?
wish that they let Vices place specific people rather than having to wait for them to do it. Because I feel like a lot of people are just lazy. They just get on, they do their dream. Dream Realm hit for the day, and then they log off. They forget about putting their teams in class fronts.
Mm.
Hmm. Something
Yeah, I
else.
feel like if they set their teams, I think guild leaders should have an option to do something about. Because some people like they might not move correctly even though they have everything in, things like that. Like I think you're right. Like there should be a way for like leaders and or vice to um do something about deployment.
I mean, I agree. The only thing is, if we like if vice leaders and leaders could do all that, then what is like a member gonna do? They're not even really gonna be playing the mode. That's only my concern. What's that?
Maybe it could be for well, I mean, maybe it could be from like a I mean, some guild members they only want to just set their formation and not have to worry about it again. But yeah, I get it. And we want a mode for everyone, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
mm,
it should be an option
maybe if they
you
haven't
could
touched
toggle.
Flashfront in 12 hours, then you can move their like maybe you can put like a time thing on it. Like if they haven't touched their Clash Front at all, then you can move it for them. But at the same time, like I said, some people don't move in the correct places.
Mm-hmm. Or like the plan changes after they already place them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also another of my concerns over Clashfront, and it's like I don't know if this really matters, but like just like as a personal thing, the reward tiers, every single guild pretty much in the district, or at least like half of them, even guilds that didn't have anyone online in over 7 days, like completely dead guilds, were in the highest tier getting the same rewards as people with, or guilds with like 30 active people who are like playing the game every single day and we're making sure to deploy and we're taking it seriously and we got the same rewards as guilds who just weren't even online at all. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
and
like
Honestly,
that's the thing
concern.
about beta though, right? It's beta.
No, I
I
know.
mean, but the
I'm
thing is,
hoping they improve on
you have
that.
to realize that some guilds just have way more whales than others. It's hard to keep up when your guild has like four P4 DOs and they just one shot your teams.
No, I'm not saying like I'm for sure not. I'm just saying like literally last Clash Run game, at least in my district, there was guilds who didn't have a single member online in over 7 days. I don't even know how to even participate to rank up, but they didn't have anyone play at all, and they were still in the highest tier. That's my thing. Like if you are
Mhm.
still playing and participating, and even if your guild might not have like a full active roster, but they had like some people, they're actually trying, then for sure they deserve it. But just for people who haven't even been on the game, I don't know why the guilds
Mhm.
like that are.
Yeah, I think there should be like a minimal member requirements to play, to make sure everything's like fair.
Yeah, yeah. Because it kind of
Yeah.
feels like a waste of effort when you're trying, and then you see guilds who haven't even done anything that are still like on your same getting the same rewards. You know,
Mhm.
it's the same with battle
Yeah.
drills actually. If you want to move on to that,
Yeah.
Yeah, for
What do
sure.
you guys feel about battle drills this season?
I mean, I guess let's
I think
finish
corn,
on the
corn.
rewards. Corn.
Mhm.
I'm
Let's go on corn then. Okay.
Okay, let's just move on to corn.
Corn?
I think corn got the biggest buff this season. Last season towards the ends, he was like the unit that you didn't want anymore, but now he's like he got the biggest buff. Seeing how he's so strong in battle drill.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and
it's just he's bugged in some way. It's his damage is just absurd.
I don't even think it's bugged. I think it's just out
I mean,
of
it's working as intended. It's just the intention is kind of cursed.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
specifically the
didn't the devs say
interaction
that it was
with.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it's like bugged as in like a bug. It's just like the interaction between the moment of glory
It's a
bug.
bug as in it bugs you.
Like as in like it's intentional or not. Like it's working as intended, but
You
like
don't
you
think it's
as you said.
intentional?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's not supposed to be
Okay.
like that. Like it's just a way it interacts with the buff and his Mythic Plus
Why do
skill.
you hate corn? Why
No,
do you hate corn?
Yeah,
He's
what
my
did corn
man.
what did corn do to you, buddy?
Yeah.
it just
You
makes
remember when
all the other teams just like invalidates him, you know?
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
sure. All the other teams look bad compared to Corrin damage.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
like 5x the damage of the second best team. It's pretty much like, come on.
I mean, that's only for like that one map, though. I feel like the one where they like summon enemies, that team, that map has like at least like, a couple of good teams. And now with Harak coming in, he's for sure going to be like one of the best teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's Secluded Island, I think, is the one you're talking about. For sure, that one is like
Hmm.
definitely less appalling. But it's still there, like where Corrin is still the best team there by far. And I think even with Harak, he's still going to be the best team.
We'll just
It's just,
have a second really good team.
Yeah.
yeah. Just pray we don't get the plus 15 map back, you know? That map was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, that was a nightmare.
But something that is good about the Quarantine, which I actually do really appreciate, is that it's for like it's almost 100% free to play. Like Corrin is in the shop buyable since like the start of the game,
Hmm.
and people probably
Mhm.
already built him since he was meta in Dream Realm back in the day. And then they have Rowan, which is also in the arena shop. There is like other units like Rainier, who like people build right at the start. It doesn't really have any like super like pay to win units like Hypogeans or Celestials outside of like maybe Rainier. And there's like
Actually, none of the BDs have that.
yeah, which I think is really good.
I think so.
I think so
Make,
too.
makes BD like fair.
It makes it
For
more
sure.
about like contribution and effort rather than just like who spent the most.
Hmm. Communication is definitely key in BD, you know? If you can
Hmm.
get all your guild members to do the correct tasks, you know, you'll definitely have an edge over another guild, even if they have like higher powered people.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think a mode like that is really important.
Sorry. Well, what I was gonna say about battle drills is that I really do like that the mode really shows most importantly guild like cooperation. Like how
Hmm.
good
100%.
can your guild work as a unit to
Hmm.
challenge this, and how good can you all coordinate to make the most out of everything. And I feel like Corin has only made that more clear because
Hmm.
maps like the spider one with the plus 15 really made a difference between guilds that had a lot of people with magic units because you couldn't even use the physical ones.
Hmm.
Plus 15 or higher to get good boss damage. Because at the end of the day, what really makes the difference, in at least in the global leaderboard for battle drills, is boss damage.
Hmm.
Like that would limit so many free to play guilds. But right now, you could have a guild that's low spenders, mid spenders, that can beat a super whale guild because all of them have core, and it doesn't matter if it's plus 5 or plus 10. And as long as they all work together and they, they clear paths well, they coordinate to, use best their stamina with, when the boss is under 50%, use Vala, things like that. It, I don't know. I feel like while battle drill should have better rewards to, finish this up, eh,
Hmm.
the what is most rewarding for me is that feeling of like a job well done when when we work together as a team. That
Hmm.
those little moments of like, we're right now, we need someone to clear a path, and then somebody shows up and just clears up, and then you feel like you just opened up half of the map and within 15 minutes because of good cooperation, and it feels
Yeah,
really
like
good.
Hmm.
or when I ask like a guild member to open up a path for me, like I would like to think it lets them feel good, like they're really helping the guild and stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm.
No, I love it, dude. If you clear paths well and you're there when I need you, like I will love you so much as a guild leader. I'm like, dude, you're the best. I do.
Hmm.
Wait, Brother
Having
Star,
people that can
are you the
communicate.
leader of your guild, Brother Star?
Oh yeah, I am.
Nice. I was never sure if you were a vice or if you were a leader, but good to know.
I
Hmm.
was vice for a while, but I am leader now.
Yeah. So is your guild everyone just only maulers or what?
I mean, no, but we have interesting plus 25 units.
You know,
Oh,
I
there
Like
you
have a
go.
person that has a plus 25. What's that guy that's like a fidget spinner that spins around? Forgot his name.
Brutus.
Brutus?
Yeah, Brutus. I have someone that's a plus 25 Brutus.
My
Someone that
God,
Dude.
loves Maulers.
he's playing
Yeah.
season 3 meta.
Mhm.
Hey, Honor Duel has a Beyblade Brutus artifact this season
Hey,
or
that's
this
really
patch.
fun. Have you tried it?
I haven't
No.
gotten it yet, but I will.
I heard the
It's really
Floorball one
fun.
is pretty good, you know? So
The
many
Floorball and the
summons.
Cessia one are pretty hot.
Man, I'm glad they're adding new fun artifacts.
The Smoky one is really fun too. Where
Really? What does
Smokey
the
just
smoky one do?
teleports around. He just teleports around and he has the blue smoke right from the start, but it's a smaller aura
Oh,
until he like
Really? I haven't seen that one yet either. Wow.
that sounds
it is
cool. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
really fun.
Mhm.
That and the Odie one too is really busted.
Really? What does the Odie one do?
It's kind of like it lets him shoot multiple ults.
Oh, like that one Labby run where he
Yep,
just ults everybody.
Wow.
yep. Like
Interesting.
so, it's also really strong. And I think he auto
Mhm.
attacks both of them, or how many enemies are like with his ultimate.
Wow. That seems pretty broken, honestly. If you can just ult everyone from the beginning and just burst them down.
Yeah.
Maulers are OP on Honor Duel, right? Or everywhere. Honestly, it's funny how the Mauler season is over and Maulers right now are just meta
Mhm.
everywhere.
Oh, pre-patch Mauler
Yeah.
Honor Duel was insane.
Hmm. Now I think
Mhm.
Wilders are have Willie May and Tassie. I think they're taking the lead a little, but for sure Maulers
Yeah.
is still
You
really, really strong.
you can tell which faction they like the most, you know? Which faction Lilith likes.
You want
The
to know why? You
Tassie.
want to know why Maulers are dominating so hard this season in Honor Duel?
Why?
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 You know who's added there that wasn't before? You see him on the screen right there.
Soren?
Soren, the Lord and Savior.
He
Yes.
is, dude. He was hard carrying me before this patch. I'm sure he'll hard carry me after the. Wait, is he still in after the patch?
Yep. I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Well,
think do you want to close it off then?
yeah. Let's go with some conclusions. So I mean, this week we talked about Harak. TLDR this season's Lily May. We talked about how Maulers are eating probably better than Harak at the moment. Um, what else would you guys like to tell our viewers as we're ending this?
I think Valen will pop off next season. Which Valen plus 25 P4 is gonna pop off.
Alpha too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you say
Lumont.
P4?
Don't
Oh,
forget
okay. Just
Lumont.
have to P4 him, right?
Oh yeah.
No, one copy should work. One copy should work.
Okay, get out of here.
You just gotta get the mythic charms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make sure you're
One
Is there
facing
copy
any
plus
boss.
upcoming
85.
events or tournaments that you guys or like some content release? What are you guys looking forward to?
Oh, Sonia.
Yeah,
Sonia?
her
Yes.
What
Sonya
about
and Bonnie. Bonnie, her kit looks
Bonnie?
nice. She has a
Honestly, I'm
lot in
also
her kit.
looking forward to Hugan. I feel like he'll be the Makola of this season.
Oh, Huggins? Hugan?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name
Little
yet.
little Torbjorn.
Yeah, little
Yes.
Torbjorn.
He looks really cool.
Yeah. Do we know what kind of what class he is?
He's
He's a
like
support.
a.
Support.
Oh yes.
Support light bearer.
He's
He
like
also
Damien,
does
I
he has
believe.
like a cart or trolley or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has like his
Oh.
anvil thingy.
So is it Rowan's grandpa or what?
I mean,
Rowan, but
Rowan?
bulked.
Yeah.
Bulk and like 50 years older.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wakes up and drinks a protein shake.
What do you think
Yeah,
Rowan sells to get that money? Has to sell
true.
something.
Illegal duck eggs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He actually has the golden goose on his head, but we never knew.
Oh, yeah, that
Imagine
makes
imagine
sense.
that's a
Yeah.
future Rowan skin.
That would be
I'd buy
cool.
it.
I hope they add more skins for Christmas.
Instead of
Especially.
throwing
sure.
coins, he throws eggs.
Surely.
Hey, Easter skin.
Yeah, yeah. He's the Easter bunny.
Well, I would like to thank our listeners and for tuning in. Please make sure to put things in comments that you would like to hear us talk about. Um, does anyone else want to shout anyone else out before we're ending the podcast? I'm going to shout out Church of Lumont.
Thank you, Jimmy, for putting this together.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jimmy.
everybody that's here. Thank you
Thanks,
for everyone
everyone.
that's
Catch you
here.
guys next time.
Bye.